Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Blacktail Heaven. Today I'm going to be making a video on this rifle you've seen here before. It's on the factory trigger. We're going to start a series of videos on this trigger. We're going to put it up against a bunch of other triggers, Seikos, Weatherby's, Remingtons, X-Bolts, A-Bolts, Savage, Ruger. We're going to put it up against everything we got and more. We're going to see how good it really is, if it is one of the best triggers. We're going to find out. We're going to be doing the test with this mechanical Wheeler trigger pull scale, and then I'm going to dry fire it, give you my thoughts on it, what I think, and keep this video short because we might be using this when we do other videos, or we might end up using some kind of spreadsheet. We're not sure yet how we're going to be editing these videos, because it's going to be a bunch. It's going to be over 10 videos. Not really on the rifles, just on the triggers, what we think, factory triggers. I really do think that Tikka has one of the best triggers, so we're going to find out if that's true or not. So we're going to go ahead, check it. Alright, so one thing I didn't mention, there's custom triggers out there, but we want to do factory. There's Bixen and Andy, there's a single stage Bixen and Andy, there's a two-stage Timney trigger, and you can also change the spring. That'll bring it down from like a 3 pounds. So that's what this rifle's at, around 3 pounds, to 1.5 pounds. I've already dry fired this gun. I've already done these tests. It has an amazing trigger. I'm gonna go through the process and explain, how I'm doing it or what I think of this trigger. So we're gonna try to be as consistent as possible. We're gonna try to pull in the middle of the tool and on the middle of the trigger on all tests to try to be as consistent as possible. It's been pulling around 3 pounds. Sometimes this is a 3 pound tool. It's at 2 and 12 ounces. So that's what it's averaging, 2 to 12 ounces to 3 pounds. That one was 3. Two and 12 ounces. Two and 13 ounces. So from 2 and 12 ounces to 3 pounds. Now we're gonna dry fire it. I've already dry fired it, done these tests like I said. It's an amazing trigger. When I pull the trigger and I dry fire a gun, I always try to concentrate, pretend I'm taking a real critical shot. I take my time, I process it, think about what I'm doing, try to connect my brain with my finger, and just process the shot. I do this even at gun stores with handguns or rifles, any firearm that I'm dry firing. So, I mean, I already know this trigger's great. It has no creep. There's no grit. You're not feeling anything as you're pulling. There's no creep. Like I said, it's not spongy. You hit that wall and it just releases. It feels lighter than 3 pounds. It feels like because of the machining and everything's so good, smoothed out. The 3 pounds, I want to say it feels like a 2 pound trigger, even though it's 3. I don't mind a 3 pound trigger for hunting, as long as it's a good 3 pound trigger. I have other guns that are at 9 ounces, pound and a half. They're fine too, but to me that's a little light. I like a 2 pound trigger, but this 3 pound trigger is not bad. I can live with it. I don't think I need to do any changes to it, and that's because how smooth it is. You just pull and it just releases. You don't even feel when you hit that wall. There's no creep or anything. You just pull and it just releases. It almost feels like a custom trigger on the heavier side. But really like the trigger. It's gonna be hard to beat this trigger for a hunting trigger. it's great. Maybe for target shooting, it might be on a little on the heavier side, but I'm sure that spring modification would solve that issue. But I don't think it's needed for hunting. I think it's great. I'm gonna keep it like that for a while and test it. I'm gonna hunt with it a few years with it like that. But for now, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna put it up against all these other rifles and manufacturers, like I said, and we're gonna see who beats it, in my opinion, or what I feel, and or if anybody beats it, and we'll find out. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and keep an eye out for the rest of the videos. We're gonna be making a lot of videos. Like I said, I'm not sure how we're gonna go about doing this. Maybe making a spreadsheet or just figuring it out with editing. But this is gonna be the first video of this series. Keep an eye out. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm interested in finding out a lot of my rifles. I have never really experimented with them like that, so it's gonna be interesting. Thanks for watching.